Yeah, thank you, viewers, and thank you, Richard. Hi,
Hello.
Maggie. Hi.
I have a question. What is happening in my life right now is it seems like many things from many angles, father, different issues in business and children and so forth and so on is happening. In the past, they kind of rolled on each other. Now they seem to be happening all at the same time. And at some point, what happens is uh, one moment I'm feeling um, like, oh, this is life playing out, or I have just these great learnings coming to me, and then I have a period where it becomes so overwhelming. Um, it's very, very difficult to even make a decision, and yet the world or life requires a decision at that time. And I'm a type of personality where it's very easy for me to make decisions, and now I'm finding it very hard for me to make decisions. Um, so at the moment where I sit right now, it seems like a lot of fear is coming up as to looking at anything that seems to be firing towards me.
So there's a few things that seems to be going on for Maggie at the moment. But the first thing I want to talk about is decision making, because the ego makes it can make some decisions a huge issue, and it is the nature of the mind to doubt. So we doubt our capacity, our clarity. We doubt that we make the right decision. It's just doubting. It's exercising the capacity to doubt. It actually has nothing to do with what will happen or the outcome. It's just exercising doubt. So seeing mind as these components of activity, different thoughts that we tune into in every moment, we can actually peel back the mind so much so that, you know what, let's say mind is not involved in making a decision at all. Now mind will fight this and say, of course I have to make a decision. It's my life and a decision must be made. Something deeper within you is already moving towards the action beyond the decision. Now, mind doesn't want to hear this because it makes mind redundant. But that which you are is moving anyway. Sometimes, if we can just stop the busy mind that feels the weight of responsibility, if that can just, okay, mind, I hear you, but I'm not going to use you for this one. If there is an ability developed there just to say, okay, mind has its reason, but let's see if an answer comes from someplace else. Now, if tomorrow morning you're saying, oh my God, an answer hasn't arisen yet, then surely mind hasn't gotten out of the picture. But, you know, maybe it's even in your intuition. If there is something deeper that can be tuned into to make a decision, it doesn't become so frantic. More trust is required, more patience is required. That which you are will only move in the highest direction. But mind wants to claim the decision as I'm attached to what happens, I'm attached to the outcome, I'm taking responsibility for it. It's full of I, me, and mine. And that's the job of mind. But it sounds like, Maggie, something within you is moving beyond the capacity of mind or the idea that mind is making a decision. Pull back the responsibility that it's your intellect that's running the show. Just maybe something else is running the show, but mind has said, I'm in charge. Maybe it's not. And I put it to you that it's not in charge at all, that's just an idea that we're in charge. I know this sounds very left of center, but try not to use the mind for decision making of what's going on in the moment, and see if a knowingness or a clarity arises from another place that doesn't have the doubting mind involved. Just a feeling, go with something like that, because in the still place, the answer will arise. But when mind is very active, it's very difficult to drop all, identification with thought and see what self is moving through you. It's very difficult. So I'm kind of indicating a halfway house whereby, intuition or a feeling of what to do, not to bring in the intellect. The intellect will have its input into the feeling anyway, without thinking about it. So I don't know if that bundle of concepts is going to help, but if there's an awful lot going on in our lives, if we're believing our thoughts, we'll get caught in it. And there's a lot of pressure and things are really difficult because there's a lot of high stress. And I'm not saying to kind of bail out or deny it. It's not that. It's that which you really are is not involved in the chaos and the busyness of the stressful life. It doesn't know anything about it. Your true nature doesn't know anything about what pressures you're under right now. And you are that. You are that. But mind says, no, I'm doing this and this is upon me. And, the I, me, mine has such weight and such burden. So not by denying that, but by knowing, that can go on, but I'm not really bothered with it. Don't be bothered with it in the same way if you can. Keep attention in that which is still underneath. And that which is still and underneath rises. Out of it comes like a smell, like an aroma of a movement towards, okay, I'll do this now. And if those 10 other things don't get done, so what? The I, me, mine of the ego will want to do everything because it likes to be busy. And that's the trap of identifying with thought, the busyness. If things become simpler, fine. If you drop some of the eggs that you're juggling, that's okay. That's okay too. Something will work its way out. But continuing to be caught, in that level of identity with thought, that the life is really busy that you are living. Life is being lived through your form. It's not your life. They're not your decisions. You are much greater than all of this. What you are doesn't even know about your life, and it manages just fine. So dropping your awareness into what you really are, resting in that place. Everything flows from there. That's the origin of all. But superimposed upon it, we put mind. And mind claims it all as its own. So pulling back before that ownership kicks in, pulling back before mind says it's my life and I'm busy and I have to take responsibility. The one who is saying all that is just an idea who thinks she's living a personal life. Even that's not true. Even that's just a thought running in consciousness. Don't make it yours. Don't make it yours. But rest in that which you are. And from there, your body will move. But it will only do what is necessary. Because there will be an economy in all action that comes from the stillness of what you are. It knows no stress. It knows no sense of the burden of responsibility. But it is all things. It embraces all things. And maybe it cannot be made right. Maybe just trusting that things are going to work out the way they will because we don't have control. We don't have control, but we desire to have control to ease suffering, to make it gentler for everything, for everybody. But we don't have control. It's so limited, really, the idea of control. It just kind of comes in and feels good when things work out the way we want it. It's just desire shifting things, desire and ownership. It's control. But so many things we cannot control. So what you already can't control, well, don't let that upset you. Drop that one. So let the pressure of control pull back because you don't have control over any of it. You don't have control over any of it. You can only play your part. Let what is moving through you move through you. But the burden of thought that's going on top of whatever is happening right now, that can be removed. That is where you can do something.